Hey everybody, it's your good friend Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. Today we're going to talk about 5 sexy texts, well, reasonably sexy anyways, I'm going to tell you why in a minute. 5 sexy texts to make him miss you. When it comes to romance and relationships, men and women want similar things. In fact, the only real difference is the flavor of the things that we want most. For example, when it comes to movies, guys are actually totally into romance. If there's a context for the romance in the movie. When a movie's only about the relationship, we get bored and kind of annoyed. But if you mix in some action or a thrilling situation, we're totally down for it. The same goes for texting a guy. You don't want to text the same old all the time, or you're going to bore him and, yeah, probably annoy him as well. The key to texting him and making him want you is to know what he wants at any given moment. And this is actually pretty easy if you know how men think and what men want. If you've been studying my stuff for any amount of time, you'll know a heck of a lot more about men than most women will ever know. And just so you know, any text that you send that makes him feel good about you is a sexy text. Any text that makes him feel good. It doesn't have to be sexual or dirty. In fact, it's actually kind of better if it isn't. So let's jump right in with text number 1 to make him miss you, and that is the loving support text. If there's one thing a man wants, and more often than you probably know, it's to hear that you're on his side. The women that play their relationship like they're on a winning football team are always the ones that men find themselves pledging their love to. Most men experience women that are completely the opposite. Most men experience this. The woman is really gung-ho about the relationship, and so is he. And then a few months in, the vibe either goes really great or something gets really weird for one or both of them. And then the guy gets spooked and he withdraws from her, or he seems to shut off his feelings and enthusiasm while he tries to figure this out. And then her attitude shifts and becomes much more about protecting her emotional investment. And she starts to, well, feel a little bit disconnected for both of them. And that rift increases until the relationship ends. What a guy treasures in a woman is loyalty, and your loving presence tells him if you're on that team with him. He's not looking for a free agent at this game of love. Conditional loyalty and support will kill your relationship. All right, so what's a good text to use? Use this one. Hey babe, have a great time with guys tonight. Instead of probably what you're used to sending, or what a lot of women send, which is, where are you? What are you guys doing? Kind of a little insecure there. Or try this one out for size. I'm rooting for you on that interview. Go get him. That's the kind of support he wants. Tell him you're on his side no matter what. And text number 2 to make him think about you, praise. One thing a man can't get enough of is praise. Men start out as boys that typically just don't get enough positive reinforcement. They did a study back in 2006 of 70 different teachers, and they discovered that female teachers use significantly more negative responses to boys' social behavior. And they've done the same thing pretty much with every area and with every type of person. The same thing is true in homes with brothers and sisters. I have to work hard to do this myself with my own children. I have to be very careful not to over-punish or over-focus on my son's behavior. So what's a good way to praise a guy? Praise him for his actions. Praise him for his character. Praise him for his intentions, but only when they lead to action. One of the ones that my wife uses on me is to praise me when my decisions lead to actions that benefit our family. Something like this. I really admire that you can handle the kids for me anytime. Most other dads seem so clueless, and the moms think that that's normal. I'm so proud of your involvement. Big win there. I think I might have even bought her a pair of shoes for that thoughtful acknowledgement. Not that you or she or anybody should be seeking reward for this praise, but be aware, it's a likely consequence. Text number 3 to make him want you, shake him up. Men do not need to be reassured of your love. Most women go way too far and way out of their way to make sure he knows that he's got you. Knowing he's got you does not motivate a man to show his desire for you. Wondering if he's got you will motivate him. Remember when you two were first dating? Yeah, like that. Every so often it's a-okay to let him wonder about what you're doing, or how that new guy at work feels about you, or any kind of doubt that he's actually got you all sewn up. No, ladies, it's not manipulative. It's what you were dating. It's what you were doing at the start when you were following your girlfriend's advice to not be so easy. You'll hear me say this 1,000 times. Men love challenge. Give it to them. Most women are doing the complete opposite with this. Don't let your insecurities push you to try to find out where this is going too soon. The irony is that this need you have makes you ask him where this is going way too soon. Remember, the job of a text is not to directly impact the connection between you and him. The point of every message you send him, listen for this, the point of every message is to get him to feel positively drawn to your relationship. That's it. Try something like this. Going out with the girls later, I'll try to call you tomorrow. Open some question in his mind and playfully neglect to answer his insecurities for once. It'll do him good. And you. Text number 4 to make him desire you is playful challenge. This one goes hand in hand with the previous text. You want to shake him up a bit. You don't want to make the mistake of sending him a text that you wish he would have sent to you. I know you're hoping that if you send him something really lovey-dovey and inspiring, he'll do it back to you, but it doesn't work that way. All right, and it will leave you even more frustrated. Affirmations of love are what you send after his obsession with you is established. So try this text on for size. Hey, looking forward to dinner on Friday. I'm going to challenge you to find a nice Pinot Noir for us. Are you up to it? If he balks or he tries to get out of it or he fails at this little task, this challenge, you should, number 1, set him straight that this was an expectation you had and not just a joke. Don't let him disrespect your requests of him. Maybe, number 2, maybe give him another chance depending on his attitude with another challenge. And number 3, if he fails a second chance, adios. He loses. Never call him or see him again. Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, Carlos, you're a hard ass. Yeah, damn straight, milady. If you don't set the expectation of performance in your relationship, don't be surprised when he checks out and makes you do everything. No, really. He will lose attraction and desire for you and just put your relationship on cruise control. And guess who let him do that? Finally, text number 5 to get him to miss having you near him, sexy inspiration. Now we're getting to the sexy part of the sexy text. I want to warn you up front though, don't use sexual texts all the time with him. This is a crutch that most women fall back on, and it really hurts how attracted he feels to you. Instead, inspire him to desire you. Try this one on for size. Hey hot stuff, I was just thinking about dessert tonight. Now you notice how there was nothing explicit in there? You never need to cuss or be graphic. The more you leave to his imagination, the better. It is a tease on a certain level, which is exactly what he wants. Try this one out. I woke up this morning thinking about you and me later. Yum. See, all you need to do is imply the sexy time. He doesn't get guarantees. He doesn't even want them, remember? This is still true even later on in your relationship. When you've got him hooked in your relationship, you should be keeping him in suspense for the rest of your relationship together. Not on pins and needles. I mean, you're obviously going to be more open about your feelings, but there's always a feeling in him of, if I don't play my cards right, this woman is going to find another guy, and I would deserve it if I let that happen. Now, if you want a complete playbook of texts and phrases to use with a man, basically the language of love for men, that will get him to fall in love with you, that will awaken any man's desire to chase you and win your heart, I've got just the thing for you. I put together all the winning phrases and words for you to use on him, word for word. It's a dictionary of love for you and your man. It's called Passion Phrases. Go ahead and click the link you see below this video. And of course, make sure you like the video, make sure you subscribe so you can keep getting all this good stuff, and be sure to leave your questions and comments below. I do check it out, and I use it to figure out what I'm going to do for my next video. This is Carlos Cavallo from datingadviceguru.com. As always, I want you to live and love with passion.